How to build self-discipline and be consistent in everything you do. Self-discipline. Let's be genuine. It's an ongoing process for the majority of us, and it's tangled up in thoughts of failure, low motivation, and high ideals. But that isn't necessarily the case. Practice is necessary for everything, including developing self-discipline. Not every day will go according to plan, but even with its share of setbacks and accomplishments, each day represents growth, which is exactly what self-discipline is all about. Before we further move on, welcome to our channel and make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you won't miss out on any new updates. Now let's continue. Have you ever overheard someone say, in response to their friend choosing a salad over fried chicken at a restaurant, "I wish I had the kind of willpower that she has"? It is as if they are under the impression that some people are endowed from birth with an exceptional level of self-control. However, self-discipline is not an innate quality, but rather a skill that can be acquired through experience. A serious issue can arise when one does not exercise sufficient self-control. According to the findings of the Stress in America survey, conducted in 2011, 27% of respondents believed that a lack of willpower was the most significant barrier to making changes that would lead to a healthier lifestyle. It's interesting to note that the majority of respondents believed they could strengthen their willpower. However, they believed that they required additional free time in order to complete it. However, there is no proof to suggest that having more free time correlates to having a higher level of self-discipline. It makes no difference, in point of fact, how much time you have. The way in which you choose to spend your time is the thing that really matters. In the same way that deliberate exercise is necessary for the development of physical muscles, it is also necessary for the development of mental muscles. Your capacity for self-discipline can be developed with time and effort. The following are 6 exercises that, in addition to helping you become more self-disciplined, will keep you remarkably centered. Recognize your own frailties. Neglecting your challenges will not make them disappear on their own. Recognize and accept your shortcomings, whether it's the fact that eating cookies are preventing you from losing weight, or using social media is keeping you from getting work done. Understanding where you fall short is the initial approach to making improvements in your life. Self-awareness is a useful weapon for expanding one's comfort zone. However, in order to cultivate it, one must maintain constant focus and admit one's shortcomings, regardless of the nature of those shortcomings. People have a tendency to either deny the existence of their weaknesses or try to fool themselves into believing they are immune to their effects by adopting a fixed mentality and resigning themselves to their fate by saying, "Oh well." Recognize your abilities, but more importantly, accept responsibility for your shortcomings. You won't be able to win against them until you do. Make an organized strategy. The willpower of superhuman caliber will not suddenly come into your possession one day. Rather, what you require is a plan that will assist you in developing your brain power. You will need a plan in order to put your goals into action, whether those goals are to improve your habits by, for example, going to the gym more frequently, or to improve your life by, for example, reducing the amount of time you spend watching television. Create a plan that details the specific actions you intend to start taking on an everyday. Remove temptations. If you keep fatty foods in your house, it will be impossible for you to develop the self-discipline necessary to shed pounds. You will instead become exhausted from the effort required to refrain from eating every cookie, brownie, and chip. Putting up barriers between yourself and potential sources of temptation can help you gradually develop more self-discipline over time. If you have a habit of checking social media sites every 2 minutes, you should look for an app that prevents access to Facebook. Or, if you know that you can't control your spending when you go shopping, don't bring your credit card with you. Instead, carry only cash with you. Practice tolerating discomfort. It is human nature to seek to avoid experiencing pain. However, avoiding discomfort in the short term often results in problems in the long term. And each time you give in, you will be reinforcing the idea that you are unable to deal with anxiety to yourself. You should get in the habit of intentionally subjecting yourself to unpleasant sensations so that you can demonstrate to yourself that you can handle them. Train your brain to recognize that the sensation of pain is not the adversary, whether that means pushing yourself to continue running on the treadmill for one more minute than you believed you could, or fighting the urge to pick up a cigarette. Visualize the rewards. Remind yourself of the benefits that will come to you if you can successfully resist temptation. Imagine that you have achieved all of your objectives and are now reaping the rewards of your own self-discipline. Make a list of all the benefits that will accrue to you if you are successful in achieving your objectives. When you are faced with the desire to give up, review the list. Take a few moments to imagine yourself accomplishing what you set out to do, and bring to mind how you'll feel when you've accomplished your goal. Recover from mistakes. It's easy to talk yourself out of going to the gym when you're feeling anxious about something important like a presentation. Or, if you're ecstatic about a significant deal that you just closed, you might talk yourself into slacking off on your healthy routines. In most cases, advancement will not occur in a linear fashion. And remember, just because you messed up once, doesn't mean you're a failure for the rest of your life. The process of getting better includes learning from your mistakes and moving on. The manner in which you bounce back from your failures is what matters the most. Developing self-discipline involves accepting responsibility for one's errors and making a commitment to oneself to perform more successfully the next time. Benefits. Now you have learned how can you make yourself self-disciplined and consistent, you must be imagining what can we gain from this. Now let's move on to some benefits you can get from self-discipline. Decreases anxiety. You are less likely to experience anxiety if you are able to maintain control over how you behave. You'll be able to complete tasks in the allotted amount of time and accomplish more overall. As a result, this is a very powerful incentive for becoming more disciplined in one's behavior. Increases your ability to achieve your long-term goal. Learning how to enhance your self-discipline enables you to accomplish more of your goals because it reduces the number of interruptions and roadblocks you impose on yourself. It also involves getting to them more quickly than if you had allowed yourself to become disturbed while you were on your way there. Makes you feel happier. Because you are getting closer to accomplishing your objectives, you will experience an increase in happiness during this stage of the process. Enhancing one's capacity for self-discipline is one of the most important factors in this regard. You become more resilient. Your capacity to withstand temptation will grow to the extent that you acquire the skills necessary to build discipline. As a result, this will make you more resilient as you deal with a variety of challenging situations. You won't feel as much pressure to give up on the goal you've set for yourself or to slack off on your progress. Consistency is the driving force behind the effectiveness of self-discipline. Doing what is required repeatedly in a manner that contributes to detail, advancement, progress, and meaning is what it means to be meaningfully productive. When you are able to guide yourself effectively, you are able to make commitments to yourself that have an impact on the way you live your life. Consistency is required in order to successfully complete the required work on a daily basis. Engaging in self-discipline for a short time period and expecting dramatic improvements overnight is unrealistic. Doing the work you need to do every day is the foundation of strong self-discipline. Just one word: consistency. The self-discipline that lasts is different from mindless rituals. It isn't a mindless exercise in repetition. If you can maintain your reliability, you will be rewarded with expansion. We can't stay the same and expect to grow. The word change means different in this context. Self-discipline can be counterproductive if it keeps you doing the same things over and over again without allowing you to evolve or improve. If you want to master self-leadership, you need to figure out how to maintain your self-discipline over time, while also growing and challenging yourself through the practices that go along with it. The greatest value of consistency is that it fosters the development of habits. If you practice self-discipline regularly, it will eventually become as automatic as breathing to you. You'll find that the responses you've been conditioned to make become second nature. Good habits have a significant impact on those who follow you. I believe that each of us harbors the desire to possess self-control. The challenge lies in determining how to maintain a consistent approach to it. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments section, and if you enjoyed, then make sure to smash the like button. Thanks for watching.